What is America to make of this? Because the problem seems to be bigger than just what she's done on her own. There's a larger question here about how people want to selectively sort of trade in and out of other cultures.
Yeah, I mean, look, when she says that she knows what it's like to experience blackness, I'm just like, no, you don't. Just stop. And I find it offensive that you would suggest that you do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gimme 5. It's the Dolezal story. Now we find out there are reports that there's a sex tape that her black husband made her make against her will, and she was abused by him, so she reportedly claims. Reality TV show in the offing, perhaps? Yes, it's all Dolezal all the time. And if you watch that show, you are really sick and twisted, if there ever is a show. Okay, so guess why? Listen to Toure, the spokesman for All Blacks, says she couldn't be black or feel the black experience. Watch.
When I did my book about blackness, I talked to 100 folks, academics, all sorts of people, and the one thing that binds black people is the experience of racism. There's not a cultural thing that actually binds all of us, but the experience of racism, from systemic racism, stereotype threat, microaggressions, whatever it is. And no, she has not experienced anti-black racism.
The one thing that binds black people is the experience of racism? Really? What an attitude. Culture, experience, family, successes, education, ancestry, whatever, but the experience of racism is what. So in other words, blacks sit around the table and say, yeah, you know what happened to me? 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 That's a way to get ahead. What Toure just said is so revealing. So revealing. And I don't believe that most blacks view being black as having, oh, there's another black man. And when they say, hey, brother, or something, I mean, you and I, we got racist stories, victim stories to share. So Toure's world, being black, is all about being a victim. And you can only be black if you're a victim. How sad, how sick, how twisted, I believe. That's my opinion. I'm not black, but I would bet a majority of blacks disagree with him. Remember, they put these liberals on TV no matter what the issue. They tell you the grass is green in the sky, and the grass is blue and the sky is green. And if you disagree, they make you feel like you're a lunatic. Something's wrong with you. More.
And with the Howard suit where she sues Howard because she doesn't get a job because she's a white woman, you see that she wants to have it both ways. So it's sort of like that old joke, like everybody wants to be black until the cops show up. And that's what she's doing, and I find it entirely offensive that she wants to be black when it's fun and interesting and valuable, but when it's more convenient, then she wants to be white.
I never heard that old joke, everyone wants to be black until the cops show up. No offense, I don't want to be black. I'm happy being white. I don't know what that means. Everyone wants to be black until the cops show up. But hey, Toure lives in his own little world. He once said there's no such thing as South Brooklyn. I lived in South Brooklyn, but that's okay. Toure's the expert on everything, and especially on being black. Then there's Michael Eric Dyson, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this.
It's striking to me that her parents want her to pledge fealty and fidelity and loyalty to her true roots. But what Rachel has suggested is that she has embraced an African-American culture, a black identity that seems to run counter to what her parents desire.
Okay, and here comes the best one of all.
Now, I understand people getting upset on the black side, on the white side, saying, look, just be who you are and still stand up for what you stand up for. I get that, Ed, but on the other hand, those of us who talk about race as a social construct, that it's more complicated. Bill Clinton is the first black president, though he didn't try to claim he was black. It means that she may not be African-American, but she certainly could be black in a cultural sense. She's taken on the ideas, the identities, the struggles. She's identified with them. I bet a lot more black people would support Rachel Dolezal than would support, say, Clarence Thomas.
So she's blacker than Clarence Thomas because Clarence Thomas isn't down with Michael Eric Dyson's cause, whatever the heck that might be. Does it get any sicker? What is this revealed? What has this woman brought out? The sickness of the left. Not her own sickness, but the sickness of the left. We're coming back.